this episode, protect your peace like it's your paycheck. Your peace is your profit. You can't grow, create, or move without clarity, right? If you're always in mental chaos, peace is not a luxury, it's a life necessity. Now let's get that theme song and let's jump into this episode here. How you guys out there doing? I hope you guys are doing great. We have another great episode tonight, and I hope you guys heard that subject today. Protect your peace like it's your paycheck, right? That's something very valuable, right? I think it's better than money, right? It's better than having money. Everybody wants the bang, but nobody talks about what's blocking it. Your peace. You can't grow when you're at war with your own mind, right? Trust me, I have fought with my mind many times, and it's like crazy madness. It's like you're talking to yourself and you're talking back at yourself, right? So today we are talking about protecting your peace like it's your paycheck because one depends on the other, right? Segment one, we're going to jump into that understanding peace as power, right? It's real important to understand what peace is, right? A lot of times we see peace everywhere, right? Like online, we see all of these peace signs, we see motivational things and sounds that gravitate to us and give us that clarity of what peace is, right? But is that moment for you or is it for them? Or is it something that captivates you, giving you that clarity of what peace should be, what peace is? Definitely what peace feels, right? Um, Peace isn't just calm, y'all. Peace isn't just calm. Yelling for peace isn't isn't just calm nor peace at all. You can't calm down and expect peace, right? Especially when you're at it with someone or you're at it with the world. It just won't work to stay calm because you're still in chaos of yourself in the situation, especially if you have to go back into the situation, right? So calm down sometimes works, but that's temporary, especially if the pot inside you gets stirred up again, right? So you have to go for something that's more important or something to add with calm, right? Add to you where you go where nobody can go, right? Something you understand. Clarity. Clarity is so important. And clarity means you're understanding why you have to use clarity with your peace, right? Because you can't bring the rage of what you went through and bring it towards calm to get to peace, right? It won't work. I tried that. You're still fighting with yourself. So, understanding clarity why you can't go that route with yourself to mess up your peace, right? Trust me, your peace is your power, and it's a special place that you got to go, and you don't want it tainted, right? Have you ever had a peaceful mind, place, thing, or at a moment of peace and someone came and just interrupted it? I've been through that. Peace for me is like think of it as a Wi Fi, right? Clarity. You got to go there to connect to that clarity. Nobody knows this special connection. They may know the word, but they may not understand why you're using clarity. And think of it as Wi Fi because only you know the password to go into clarity to get to your peace, right? You don't see it, but everything disconnects without it. Because trust me, if you don't have the understanding of why staying in a peaceful place is good, then you're going to keep going back to things that are hacks that just interrupts you and distracts you from your mindset of what peace really is, right? You want to have peace. You deserve to have peace. It's just real important to go there with yourself. And protecting your peace is definitely what you want to do. You ever heard people say, I'm just trying to protect my peace. My peace is so important. And sometimes you have people saying peace of mind is important to them. But sometimes you don't want to yell it out to everybody, right? because this is when they interfere with it because they figure you're trying to stay peaceful. Come on. You don't want to tell everybody about how you connect to peace by adding a little clarity to get you there. Connecting to yourself. Think of it as a Wi Fi. You're connecting to a little clarity to get to your peace of mind. Now, with segment one, I'll share this personal story about the time when chaos just blocked me, right? And your creativity or your focus just gets knocked off, because that's what I went through one time and many times. I'll just share this right here with you guys, just to you know give you guys a clear vision of the conversation about protect your peace. Sometimes when I'm in my creative mode and my focus, this is when and I know some of you guys can relate with this story here. This is when the devil creeps up on you. Let's just call it the devil of others, right? You can be at your best, clear. You feel all of this motivation that's inside you. You got all these creative ideas, and then all of a sudden, something or someone comes in and just interferes with your peace, right? Because your peace is like you're going into your own laboratory, right? And I've had what chaos came from the outside and caused me to lose my focus. And then that fire that I had with that creative idea and stuff, it just seemed like the flame just went out slowly, slowly, slowly. It didn't blow out. I just felt it like the feeling of me being in my creative mode, it just slowly just left. Like it just faded away. And I never feel good about it because I figure that's the moment I want to use it and I want to take off. But here as being a human, you're gonna go through things, right? You're gonna be dealing with situations of others, and you're gonna have those things blocked from you. Life is never fair, right? But we all are trying to find our place, our place of peace where we want to be, especially when you understand where peace, protecting your peace should be, right? Protecting your peace is somewhere sacred nobody can go. Your peace of mind, trust me, it starts there. Your peace of mind starts right there with peace, because if you got all the chaos in your mind, in your head every day, you can't get there. You've lost it. Your peace got lost into chaos, and you have a choice. You can either stay there in chaos, or you're going to have to go into chaos and go pull, snatch your peace and protect it again like it should be. Those are lessons to learn, right? I just learned to, um, I kind of like, for me, I split myself up, right? I got my calm, I got my cool, I got my laughter, I got my joys, I got my angry part, I got my hot head side of myself. And I learned to use the one that's more peaceful that's inside me, the one that I'm in control with. I'm in control, and that's important for me to keep that part of me that I want to keep in control that's inside me. That's more easy for me to deal with, not the other stuff, right? I don't want to use the other parts of me that may not be a good thing to have inside me, because I don't want to use those, because those will burn my bridges, right? So it's a choice. It's a choice to protect your peace, and it's a choice what you allow inside your head that disrupts your peace. I learned that choices that you make, choices that you allow, boundaries, people that you allow to corrupt or to disrupt your peace. You don't want that to happen. You want to make sure that you put yourself in a place where you don't have to go back into chaos. It's just things that you eventually learn about yourself. Even Einstein said, a calm, modest life brings more happiness than the pursuit of success combined with constant relentlessness. So, you know, I'm not I'm not chasing dreams, right? In the beginning you chase dreams, right? But I'm chasing what I can handle in life, what I see my vision at. That's what I'm going to chase, right? I don't want to be chasing everything all over the place. And the way I'm navigating in life right now is much easier to have peace, right? It's just much easier for me to navigate myself around things that that make me feel peaceful, right? Right? It's like example, going to jail, you definitely know that's not a peaceful place, right? If you're a peaceful person, imagine taking yourself into a chaotic place like jail. Imagine taking yourself into a disrupted crowd and you are a very peaceful person and you got nothing but what you practice in your life, peace, right? See, understanding what peace is as you develop it, you get out and get around folks, you understand what peace is and what peace is not, if you get what I'm saying. That's how I learned from myself. They're growing pains in life, right? You learn this about protecting your peace, right? It's real important. Now let's jump into segment two: guarding your energy. Guarding your energy, and like I said, um, peace requires boundaries, right? This is the energy too of yourself. That's your energy. Boundaries, where you allow yourself saying no, walking away, or disconnecting from drama. See, you're guarding your peace now because you know if you go that route, you go enter your energy into that chaos of energy, bad energy, you know the two mixed together can be a stick of dynamite, right? A stick of dynamite. As you grow, you really start to learn and you learn people too, you know. And some people can be just vampire, just energy grabbers. They just know how to take that away from you. And it just becomes their habits and it's definitely in the environment. Why? Because you feel how it drains you, right? You ever been drained? You ever been drained around chaos? You ever get older? As you get older and you still dealing with chaos, it starts to give you a different kind of feel inside you. It don't feel like you can recoup as fast as you used to. And this is when you know the environment starting to drain you and you definitely don't have focus no more inside. That's how you know it just becomes like something is sucking the life out of you. Now let's drop into this, and this is the truth. This is the bombshell. This is something you got to tell yourself, right? Protecting your peace isn't selfish, right? It's not selfish at all. I always say preservation, preserve yourself. It's self preservation, and you have to protect that. You have to find it. It is there, it's inside you. You got to go into the chaos and find your peace within yourself and pull it out of there and go run. Draw lines, cross lines, know your boundaries. Stay away from people that are just going to bring it to you, and you know how they're going to bring it. And you're going to feel that vampire sucking and draining off of you because if you go there, your peace is up for grabs. The one you was protecting is up for grabs. It's always an old saying you can't pour from a cup you just can't pour from a cup you let everybody drink from, right? You just can't do that. You can't feed everybody at the table if someone's at the table being a disruptor and disrupting how everybody is eating their food. It kind of like what ruins your appetite, right? You ever had that too? It's like a vampire sucking off you where you just lose appetite and energy, and the feeling is just very draining. As you get a little older in life, and you can be young too, and understand it. And sometimes it's all about upbringing too. Kind of like saved a lot of life for you to live. And this is segment three: how peace grows productively, right? Like how you want that peace to grow. You got to transition into how peace feeds creativity, right? And the focus and the consistency that you have to keep putting in, right? So all you need is just a little taste of peace, right? Going to a park and you're enjoying that moment, that's peaceful, right? Right? Taking a walk and you got your music in your ears. If it's safe, that's peaceful, right? Avoiding conflicts, avoiding others, right? That's another thing that you can do to grow your peace. Because as you stay away from the bad vibration, that knocks down your protection shield of peace, you start to notice that you feel much better, right? You don't feel that chaos. You don't feel that feeling that you feel in your gut that makes you feel a certain way, right? I gave this story one time before, and I could share this story right here with you guys, and this is very personal because spiritually I felt it, and I just knew it was God talking to me. Somebody was talking to me. I could tell it was so spiritual, and it doesn't give you the language of English out your mouth how you're speaking. I could hear it and I could feel it and I can tell that it was talking to me in my mind and I can hear it in my ears. And maybe it was just the ocean one time, but I made a breakaway one time and I needed to know, for myself, am I a problem to anybody in life? I really needed to know that about myself, and I realized that I'm no problem. But as I was walking on that past that water, I started smelling this salt water, and I started getting this just cleanse through my nostrils, and for some reason, I just started hearing my voice back. I think that was my peaceful side of me. I felt that grace, right? I felt that grace inside of me, y'all. It felt like grace, like something whispered for me to come out. And I started to hearing my voice in a way I've never heard it before. And I felt like I knew that I lost myself. I got lost. I got lost. And I just, I didn't know what was my next step. I didn't know my skill set. I didn't know I just forgot about myself. And I was just lost. I was something else totally different. Trust me. If you know, you know. But I heard that voice tell me that I was gonna be okay. I was gonna be okay. And within 6 months, guys, I was okay. What I lost, I got all those blessings back 10 to 20 times more. Um, it was a lesson for me that I will always share. I would always share this story. It's a deep story, it goes deeper. I would share this story with anyone to let them know that you're not dead, you're not lost. You are, you're there. You just got to get that right voice to call you back. And that's what it did with me. It called me back, and I never forgot about that moment of what I felt and what I heard. God speaks. Definitely, God speaks. I'm not saying that people can walk across water or just walk off the beach or whatever, or just walk on sand and you'll get that voice. I really believe that things happen at certain times for a moment that is time for you to be called back. But you have to get yourself away from the extreme, right? Extreme things that cause you to lose focus, that causes you not to have peace, to cause to disrupt your peace, right? Cause you where you don't know how to protect your peace, right? So um um just find one thing and just use that as your daily. Anything that gives you peace, and use that daily every day. You can journal a moment of sitting down, and it's just you. But trust me, it's not just you. It's like it's just you, but it's not, because ain't nothing wrong with talking inside your head. Because trust me, uh, and if you're not talking, because you're not crazy, but for some reason, I believe the moment of truth and guidance does come inside you where you kind of get it. And meditating or just unplugging from all the noise, right? Unplugging from all the noise. Having a hobby is good, right? Nothing wrong. But unplugging from the noise and not allowing yourself to be in situations where chaos is at. Can you imagine you trying to break up chaos? Your peace of mind your peaceful voice won't be peaceful no more. You're going to be saying things and trying to hold people back, trying to stop this stuff. It will just disrupt your peace and you will lose clarity and focus. It's just a big sham in life, guys. You know how that goes. I know how it goes. Let's just keep that real. And as we close this out, I'm closing this as a message, guys. Peace isn't about escaping the world. Trust me, you don't want to keep escaping the world because you'll be running from the lesson that you need to learn, right? You can run, but I understand why we do run sometimes. It's scary sometimes, it's very scary. But peace isn't about escaping the world, it's about mastering it from the inside out, right? Because everything is inside you as well as what's outside of you, what's going on. You are in control. You can't control every storm. Trust me, I've tried to control things and it wasn't for me to control, but I tried to balance things, and that's never in your control, especially if it can't stay within balance, right, or in control the right way. Nobody wants to be in control, but you want to structure situations, and next move is to get to the this works and understand that hey, this is much peaceful now, right? But you can control the weather you stand in, right? The rain or build a shelter. Trust me, if it's raining, you're running for cover. See, that's a step right there for you. You know where to take yourself where it's safe, right? And protect your peace like it's your paycheck. Trust me, because not being peaceful is just going to allow you to take more aspirin. Now that's costing you, right? That's costing you money out your paycheck of peace. And you don't want to do that because that just messes up your stomach lining and then those don't work anymore and then you're chasing some other pill or other things, substance that just don't really help. It's just a patch. It's just a patch. Because when your mind is in order, your money, your mission, and your meaning all line up. Things, just simple things. Einstein says simple thinking, things we have to do just to line life up. We can't line life up in all of these orders of things you got to do. I got to do this, I got to do that. But first, I got to take care of this first before I can get there. You got to do this first before you go to your peace. Trust me, you're not ready for peace if you got to go through do all of these things just to get to your one part of peace. Peace of mind. You can't do all of that just to get to your peace. You study holding yourself back, right? You don't want to do that. You just want to just find somewhere where it's peaceful. Find yourself in the right place. And I guarantee you, you're going to find that peace of mind. You're going to find yourself finding the feeling of what peace feels like. And then after that, you will start to protect and understand why your peace of mind needs to be protected, right? Well, guys, that concludes the show. I hope that helps. Like, share, and subscribe. And that concludes the podcast called Tell the World. You heard it first.